Kylie has really kept the fans waiting since her huge, massive single took off, Padam Padam. I think it took off in quite an unexpected way, actually, which is why there's been such a huge gap between this single and Padam Padam. I mean, the album is on its way soon, very, very soon, and she's decided to drop a second single right before the album comes out. You know, pretty standard, smart, strategic marketing type stuff, really. But yeah, I think if it weren't for the fact that Padam Padam was just so massive and gained her one of her biggest singles in years, we might have actually had more singles sooner. But I don't mind this. I'm happy to have only a couple of singles leading up to an album. I always think that's the best way. I don't want to hear half the album before it's even out, and I'm quite happy that Kylie has taken her time with this one to release it. So let's hear it, man. Tension, the title track from her new album. I'm expecting good things because Padam Padam was a fun track, and I'm sure she's going to deliver again because Kylie don't miss. Apart from that Christmas album and a few other songs, she doesn't really miss. Let's waste no more time. Let's get into it. Why are you green? Hot like chili? Come on. She gets away with it though. Where did this part come from? I'm not ready for this transition that's about to come. This part sounds so weird. I'm certainly sure that Hot Like Chili was on your Kylie Minogue lyrics bingo card, but as well as that, her delving further into the house, even deep house actually on this track, sounds that we definitely got teased with Padam Padam for sure, but I think this track's gone even further into that kind of like 90s club aesthetic with some really nice melodic moments, particularly on the verses. I will say that transition into the chorus though, I still can't make heads or tails of that. I'm gonna have to give this track multiple listens to really figure out if I like that or not, because there's just something so strange and kind of hypnotic about that I just couldn't really take on board with the first listen. In fact, it was making me laugh more than anything else because it just sounded so strange. But overall, I'm kind of liking the fact that she's just committing to this sound, because I was saying after her self-titled album, not after her self-titled album, I wasn't even born when that album came out, but after I heard that self-titled album from like 1993 or 4 or whatever it was, I was thinking, oh man, like this is really good. Like there's some really great classic 90s house stuff that she's done bits and bobs of throughout her career, but I feel like that was the album that committed most to doing that style more so than anything else. Aside from singles here and there, but I was always like, she could do this. Like she could do this and really commit to the sound even further and go further with the beats and further with the bangers and just do a full album of it. And well, out of nowhere, giving us disco in 2020, now she's giving us house a few years later, and she's really committing to this sound. So I'm certainly on board for a full album sounding like this. You can ignore the lyrics, I think, once you kind of delve into how much she's selling it. Because let's not forget, she's like in her 50s now, and she's killing it with these tracks. Like not many pop artists really could be this far into their career still sounding this good. And yeah, I'm pretty impressed with how she doesn't sound out of place. Like, look, I don't want to drag other artists down, but Madonna doing this would sound super tacky. And yet, Kylie's sounding still quite good doing it. So anyway, before I babble on even further, not fully on board with that switch into that chorus yet, but everything else I'm liking. And not fully on board with all the lyrics, but she does tend to get away with it. So yeah, interesting track from her. Definitely trying to be a little bit different there, I think, with that chorus. But yeah, certainly an interesting track for sure. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think? Do you like it? Do you like it more than Padam? Padam? Do you? Padam? Really? Do you? Maybe you do. Tell me your thoughts. Subscribe if you haven't already, and goodbye.